Welcome back to Jersey Matters. The Spring Lake 5 is one of New Jersey's premier races. It took place last weekend and started with kids' races on Friday night. Over the span of 17 years, the Spring Lake 5-mile race has raised over $2.4 million for local charities and community projects. As a reminder not to swim at a Jersey Shore beach if there is not a lifeguard on duty. They go through rigorous training to keep you safe, as our Kimberly Kravitz shows us now.
It's summertime and the living's easy, but the beach could be a very dangerous place to be, especially when swimming in rough waters. So we decided to speak with lifeguards to see how they are preparing for the summer season.
This summer, we want to make sure that everybody that comes to the beach goes home from the beach. The reality is, on any given day, the ocean is a dangerous place, and you need to only swim on beaches that have lifeguard coverage to make sure that everybody is, of course, safe and goes home in one piece.
The Epicenter Water Rescue Crew gave us a glimpse into their process of saving swimmers who find themselves in life-threatening danger, starting with the defibrillator.
You're going to place the pads on the top right of the shoulder and right under the left armpit. So usually before someone goes into cardiac arrest, they start complaining of chest pain. That's when a lifeguard knows to start taking action. The first things you do with an AED,
plug in pads connector,
turn it on,
next to
and then
flashing
put on the
light.
pads. After you put on the pads, plug it in. It literally tells you what to do.
Next up, the Epicenter Rescue Crew showed me how to perform CPR.
6, 7, 8, 29, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You're doing the fast as if the beat of staying alive, the song of staying alive. You're going at the rate of 100 to 120 compressions a minute.
In just 2 minutes, the lifeguards taught me how to potentially save a life if someone around me was suffering cardiac arrest. But that's not all. The biggest challenge lifeguards face is informing the public about how to identify the #1 killer in the ocean, a rip current.
Rip currents typically look a little bit different than the rest of the water. You would see what would be like a lighter, discolored kind of water. You might see bubbles at the surface of the water. That would typically show you that a rip current would be present.
The president of the Monmouth County chapter of the United States Life Saving Association says that the worst thing you can do in a rip current is panic.
If you're caught in a rip current, don't fight it. Wait for help from a lifeguard, swim parallel to shore. Here in the city of Lauren Ranch, we make more than 500 rescues a summer. The name of the game is to train, train, and train, and plan for every eventuality.
The biggest misconception is that people think rip currents pull you down and underwater, when in fact they actually don't. Rip currents will just pull you straight out to sea, straight out to the horizon line. However, it's the panic, when that panic sets in and people start to realize that they're going in the wrong direction, that they start to flail, and then because of that active drowning process, they begin to kind of go underwater.
According to the CDC, drowning ranks 5th among the leading causes of unintentional death in the United States. But there are cardinal rules to follow that can limit the number of tragedies.
If you can't swim a freestyle stroke continuously for 10 minutes, you probably shouldn't be in the ocean. Secondarily, always, but always swim near a lifeguard. Never swim alone, swim with a buddy.
Our lifeguard friend set up a beach rescue simulation for us to see just how fast people can drown in the ocean, as well as how quickly the lifeguard personnel can respond to an emergency. And in just a minute's time, they brought the swimmer to safety.
We should follow the standard rule put out by the United States Life Saving Association, and that's if there's no lifeguards on the beach, you shouldn't swim. Swim in a lifeguard area only. That alone will drop statistics, and the likelihood of drowning will pretty much come down to close to zero.
Here at the Jersey Shore, we have seen too many tragedies following night swims when lifeguards are off duty.
As far as swimming at night goes, certainly on a beautiful summer night could seem like a really great recreational fun thing to do, a little exciting, but the reality is night swimming is dangerous. It's not something that we recommend. There are typically not lifeguards on duty at night, so we're breaking the cardinal rule there, and a lot of bad things could happen at night. Plus the sharks like to feed at night and they like to come closer to the shore, so maybe that'll keep you on dry land.
We want everyone to have a great time at the beach, but it all starts and ends with safety. And that's really what it's all about. So we try to do our best to educate the public, educate beach patrons as to the hazard.
So for the next time you take a trip down the Jersey Shore, be sure to throw these tips in your beach bag for a safe and enjoyable summer. In Belmar, I'm Kimberly Kravitz, reporting for Jersey Matters.